Making headlines. The President proposes ways to reduce the cost of local councils without reducing the number of councillors. The President affirms that every decision the government takes is intended to benefit the people and the country and not cause harm to them. And the President announces that necessary amendments will be submitted in the first week of the next Parliament term to honour the commitments made to women's development committees.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Idham Naim. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz proposes ways to reduce the cost of local councils without reducing the number of councillors. Addressing residents of Fiori, Gafdal et al., the President noted that he had previously shared ideas on changes to bring to reduce council costs, proposing to reduce the number of councillors, a suggestion that raised concerns about reduced citizen participation. In his remarks, the President said council expenditures could be reduced while simultaneously addressing this concern. He suggested arranging the position of President and Vice President of councils as salaried full-time roles with allowances paid to the remaining members for each meeting they attend. This, he said, would be a cost-effective strategy. The President said the same arrangement could be adopted by Women's Development Committees, WDCs, as well as city councils. He explained that this is the practice in many developed countries and that the arrangement facilitates funding for development projects in cities and islands. Emphasizing the importance of public consultation on such matters, the President invited the public to express their opinions on his suggestions. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz announces that contract signing with the Chinese party for the establishment of a fish factory in Fiori, Gafdal et al. Will take place in February. He made the announcement while addressing the residents of the island as part of his ongoing visit to the atoll.
In his remarks, President Dr. Muiz described the people of Fiori as hard-working and highlighted the significance of the fishing sector for both the island and the region. He reaffirmed his commitment to fulfilling his pledge to Fiori by establishing a fish factory on the island. President Dr. Muiz said that once the agreement is signed, the Chinese contractor will begin work on the establishment of a facility incapable of weighing 3,000 tons of fish. He elaborated that this facility will have the daily capacity to pack 100 tons of canned fish, 100 tons of fish meals, as well as provide 3,000 tons of cold storage with a 50-ton ice plant. The President emphasized that the fishing sector is a high priority for his administration, given its critical role in the lives of many Maldivian families. He added that while previous governments had made similar pledges to develop the sector, significant growth had not been seen. Underscoring his commitment to the fishing sector, the President noted that all payments owed to fishermen by the Maldives Industrial Fishing Company MIFCO had been cleared, and the pledge to pay fishermen for their catch within 48 hours had been successfully fulfilled. Referring to additional concerns raised by Fiori residents, the President said priority will be given to renovating the school hall, in addition to creating a multipurpose hall, classrooms and lab. He also said the citizens had raised the issue of accessibility to ATM services, noting that the issue will be addressed. He also assured that the waste management system of the island would be addressed as well.
President Dr. Mohammad Muiz affirms that every decision the government takes is intended to benefit of the people and the country and not cause harm to them. The President made the remarks while addressing the residents of Wadu Gafdal et al. In his address, the President stated that the government is committed to ensure tangible development. As part of these efforts, the administration is determined to free the country from the clutches of long-standing addictions and harmful habits that threaten the well-being of the people. He said that the government has been taking challenging and difficult decisions to ensure this. Reiterating that the decisions are aimed to shaping a better future for the country and its citizens, the President urged cooperation and understanding from the people regarding these decisions. He urged that Maldivians must have the courage to speak up against negative aspects of society and call them out as harmful and choose better alternatives. Furthermore, the President emphasized the importance of women's contribution towards the country's development equal to that of men. Noting that his government has appointed women to positions previously unoccupied by women, he pledged to ensure equal opportunities for men and women in developing the country. President Dr. Mohammad Moiz announces that necessary amendments will be submitted in the first week of the next parliament term to honor commitments made to Women's Development Committees, WDCs. He made these remarks while addressing the residents of Wadu, Gaf Dal atoll during his ongoing visit to the islands in the atoll.
In his remarks, President Dr. Moiz revealed plans to propose amendments to the Employment Act and the Decentralization Act when the Parliament reopens. He stated that the amendments would convert current allowances given to WDC members into salaries and address challenges related to Ramadan allowances, bank loans, and maternity leave. Explaining further, the President noted that the change was a key demand from all the women's development committees he had met over the past year. He announced that amendments would ensure committee members receive Ramadan benefits starting next Ramadan, with allowances converted into a paid form similar to those of salaried employees. Furthermore, he assured that this change would not require full-time work but would align with principles already in practice. The President acknowledged that women are the most active contributors to the development of each island and expressed commitment to recognize their efforts. He stated that the government will offer all necessary assistance in this respect. He added that his objective is to ensure that both men and women are equally empowered and devoted to the development of their island and country, with the government working to implement this policy. The President emphasized the government's policy of promoting women to top management positions, highlighting that the current administration would have the highest representation of women in corporate ownership and high-level roles compared to the previous administrations. He added that institutions previously not led by women would now have female leaders at the national level. The government remains dedicated to recognizing women's contributions and creating opportunities for their advancement.
President Dr. Mohammad Moiz announces that the roads of Wadu, Gaf Dal atoll will be developed to modern standards under this year's budget.
Addressing the residents of Wadu as part of its ongoing visit to the Gaf Dal atoll, President Dr. Moiz stated that the current year will see the implementation of multiple infrastructural projects. While the development of roads across the islands is a key pledge of his administration, the President affirmed that the Wadu Road Development Project would commence this year. Acknowledging Wadu's proud and enduring legacy in the education sector, President Dr. Moiz said that it is the responsibility of every government to honor this legacy and ensure that the island's reputation is preserved. He pledged to bring about the infrastructural development required for the island school and committed to address the need for additional teachers. Speaking on decentralization, the President emphasized the government's commitment to empowering local councils, describing it as a key policy of his administration. He said he would give priority to increasing the people's prosperity through the councils, including facilitating the use of nearby uninhabited islands for their benefits. He also highlighted his belief in working closely with the people. The President noted that during the first year of his administration, he prioritized meeting with island councils, while the second year will focus on visiting the islands directly to assess their needs and challenges.
The long overdue effort to overhaul and modernize Maldives' land, aviation and marine transportation network remains a key pledge of incumbent President Dr. Mohammad Moiz. The year 2024 has seen the country take concrete steps towards finally achieving this goal.
One of the most important tasks facing President Dr. Moiz's administration after assuming office was to weed out issues that had taken root inside the country's transport system. Controlling the rampant issuance of garage letters for parking slots required for vehicle registration, along with the atollment and renting out of parking spaces from the capital Male region, remains a huge step taken by the government to restrict the flow of vehicles to the congested capital. The three-pronged Male Fehi program was launched to address the prevailing traffic congestion in the capital, which includes streamlining vehicle registration, a cap on the number of vehicles, enhancing public transportation, and ensuring increased road safety for both drivers and pedestrians. To tackle the persistent garage letter scam, authorities are now implementing a thorough verification process to confirm the authenticity of the letters before registering the vehicles. An integrated information system was also established during 2024 to enable the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation, the Malé City Council, and the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade to share real-time information on the vehicle registration process. The government has also decided to amend the law to prohibit the import of land vehicles that does not meet the age limit specified in the motor vehicle registration regulations. Last year, authorities have also implemented strict regulations to streamline domain issuance, with new security measures embedded into the new domain certificates to prevent duplication and provide enhanced protection to domain holders. Strengthening the health system and expanding emergency healthcare services is an important pledge of the President. The government in 2024 introduced the air ambulance service, which marks a historic milestone in emergency healthcare services in the geographically scattered island nation. In addition to the air ambulance service, the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation launched several initiatives in 2024 to revamp domestic aviation and strengthen the country's transportation network. The process to issue seafarers' identity document required for passengers was launched within the first 7 months of this administration. GDS integration has also been implemented to expand the further strengthen national flag carrier Maldivian's capabilities on international flights. In addition to expanding its domestic network, the initiative to enhance Maldivian's international network, launched in 2024, has now come to fruition with the airline's acquisition of a wide-body aircraft to kick off its long-haul international operations.
The Maldives Qualification Authority MQA warns that the courses offered by higher education and training institutions will not be accepted unless they are registered with the authority's new register. Although a higher education institution's register existed previously, the Ministry of Higher Education, Labour and Skills Development initiated efforts to compile a new register after the current government assumed office in November 2023. Under the Higher Education and Training Law, MQA only recognizes certificates issued by centres registered under the Act. According to MQA, despite the large number of registered institutions in the previous register, many institutions are yet to comply with the new re-registration requirements. Noting that of the institutions listed in the old register, 101 centres still need to re-register MQA. MQA made it clear that courses offered by these institutions will not be recognized if they remain unregistered. The MQA has also published the list of institutions previously registered with the MQA but are yet to re-register. MQA clarified that the certificates of students who have completed courses at these institutions and has applied for batch auditing will still be recognized. US stocks closed down after a batch of upbeat economic data raised concerns that an inflation rebound could slow down the Federal Reserve's pace of monetary policy easing.
Stocks gave up early gains after a Labour Department report showed job openings unexpectedly increased in November, while a separate report said services sector activity accelerated in December, with a measure tracking input prices surging to a near 2-year high. US Bank Assessment Management Group Senior Investment Strategy Director Rob Howroth said that the stocks are selling off due to the robust labour market, with job openings above 8 million for the first time since May.
Stocks today are really selling off because we're seeing a much more robust labor market. Job openings above 8 million for the first time since May. So it's not an easing labor market. It remains a very strong labor market. Plus, We saw the services ISM number pick up and tick a little bit higher. So it looks like the Fed has more concerns when it comes to inflation and robust economic growth.
Benchmark 10-year Treasury yields hit an 8-month high at 4.677% after the data pointed to a strong economy. Signs of continued resilience in the economy have pushed back expectations on when the central bank can deliver its first interest rate reduction this year. According to CME's FedWatch tool, traders now see the next cut more likely in June and the Fed staying on hold for the rest of 2025. The S&P 500 lost 66.35 points or 1.11% to end at 5,909.03 points, while the Nasdaq Composite lost 375.30 points or 1.89% to 19,489.68. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 178.20 points or 0.42 points to 42,528.36.
Rescuers recovered the first body out of a flood coal mine today, where at least 9 miners were trapped in India's northeastern Assam.
3 bodies had been spotted by rescue teams on Tuesday but could not be pulled out due to the challenging rescue operation. National Disaster Response Force Commandant HPS Kandari divers faced tough conditions including cold, murky water with no visibility and diving in a confined space with mining rat holes underground. The exact number of miners trapped remain unknown, with authorities confirming only 9. Army teams deployed divers, helicopters and engineers to help rescue the 9 men who have been trapped since Monday in Assam's hilly Dima Hasoa district. Coal mine-related disasters in the remote northeastern part of India are not uncommon. In one of the biggest disasters in 2019, at least 15 miners were buried while working in an illegal mine in the neighboring state of Meghalaya after it was flooded by water from a nearby river.
Dozens of firefighters battled a raging wildfire in the Pacific Palisades area in an upscale section of Los Angeles, California.
Footage showed several houses on fire in a residential area as firefighters raced to stop the flames. A rapidly growing wildfire raged across the Pacific Palisades area on Tuesday, destroying homes and creating traffic jams as 30,000 people evacuated beneath huge plumes of smoke that covered much of the metropolitan area. Officials said that at least 2,921 acres or 1,182 hectares of the Pacific Palisades area between the coastal settlements of Santa Monica and Malibu had burned after they had already warned of extreme fire danger from powerful winds that arrived following extended dry weather. The fire spread as officials warned the worst wind conditions were expected to come overnight, leading to concerns that more neighborhoods could be forced to flee. The city of Santa Monica later ordered evacuations in the northern fringe of town.
A Taiwanese technology company develops an AI-assisted program aimed at helping badminton players finish their game on the court.
The training program, developed by Taiwan's Industrial Technology Research Institute, ITRI, combines high-speed cameras and a powerful AI chip to provide instantaneous statistical feedback and motion imagery for the player. U.S. Olympic badminton player Howard Shu tried out the program on Tuesday for the first time at CES 2025 in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so it's really cool, obviously, to see it kind of come out of the machine and kind of give me some data and output that the human eye otherwise wouldn't be able to catch on. There's things like speed that it was able to catch on, although they do need to fine-tune it because it needs to be in a little bit more of a controlled environment for the cameras to really catch an accurate speed. But it's really cool because those are things that the naked eye or human eye wouldn't be able to give you exactly.
The ITRI set up a mini court on the CES showroom floor with the cameras in the corner to capture players smashing the shuttles. A screen nearby side showed movement of the players as they hit the shuttles. Jin Hong Wang at the Olympics said that he is excited about the future of
Thousands descended on Las Vegas.
with the latest innovations in everything from TVs and cars.
Yeah, this is my first time at CES. I come from Sweden, Gothenburg, and I'm looking forward to all the AI technologies and all because I work in that domain. It's really exciting to be here, seeing so many zillions of booths over here from different parts of the world and the products, and also meeting all the business leaders or the industry leaders over here and discussing with them. Yeah.
CES is one of the largest gatherings of manufacturers, analysts, and suppliers in the United States and comes days before the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump, who has pledged big tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, China, and other U.S. trading partners. This has sparked concerns about spiraling costs for businesses as well as consumers. CES 2025, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show, runs from January 7th to 10th and is used to debut products ranging from new automotive technology to quirky gadgets, as well as showcasing new ways to use AI. While AI will still be the buzzword on the show floor, the issue of tariffs will be top of mind for many in policy sessions, press conferences, and on the sidelines. In addition to tariffs, Trump has said that he plans to begin rescinding policies meant to promote the adoption of EVs.
That's it for now. Thank you for watching PSM News. Have a good day.